What's up? I'm back. This segment, I'm gonna talk about zombie movies. Um, kind of, I'm gonna compare. Well, I made the title. I'm making this video because for me, the best zombie flick, for my opinion, whether you're talking about movies or TV shows, at all time, is World War Z. Now, people will say, no zombie fan would say that. Most people when they look at World War Z, they would say it was pretty good. It was better than they thought. Okay, they didn't mess it up, right? Because it took so much. It was so much promise to make that movie that most people will say, "Oh, okay, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad they didn't mess it up." But from my point of view, the one thing World War Z did that a lot of zombie movies don't, in my opinion, was they made it centered kind of around the government a little bit, and the government was I guess you could say, the chief resistance, and they took it globally. So they went to South Korea. I mean, you could say they started off on the East Coast, all right? New York, I think New York, Jersey for sure. I think even Philly, but I know for sure New York, Jersey, South Korea, Israel, right? They took it global, and the government was the key, was the person resisting, and they did something a lot of zombie movies don't do. They kind of ended it. I know it's supposed to be World War Z 2, I think, and they did show them dropping off the medicine, so it didn't really end. But the cool thing about it is that that's actually more of an ending than most zombie flicks. If you look at most zombie flicks, the zombies win. To be honest, like that's the interesting thing about zombie movies is that there's no real way. A lot of writers don't really have a way to close it, so the zombies win. And the thing is, why I like the World War Z versus a lot of other zombie flicks, including Walking Dead, which I'm a big Walking Dead fan. But most zombie flicks, Walking Dead included, is kind of centered around a smaller city, whether we talk about Atlanta or a town in Indiana or some suburban town, and the town is taken over, and it's kind of like a contest between the remaining humans and the zombies, to be honest, right? And from my point of view, I mean that's not. I'm not gonna say that's unrealistic, but to me, when you feel like what World War Z did is that it happened globally and you felt it. Like you felt civilization was over. Like when you looked at when they were in Israel and the zombies were actually trying to climb up the wall and they'll climb up on each other's bodies, you felt that whole tone change because before that they were celebrating. Israel was the only country that was able to feed these things off, and like that, it was over. So I think World War Z got that part. Now, yes, if you're just talking about a traditional, straight up Dawn of the Dead type of zombie stuff, no, I mean I can see why a lot of zombie fans, people who are into the zombie genre, would not say World War Z was the best. But for me, it was because, to be honest, it was the most realistic to me. Like I think in something like that, the government or some type of establishment will probably be the people, the forces that have the capabilities to withstand something like that. Now, it doesn't mean they'll be able to save the world, but they'll be given better resistance than someone who's just in a pickup truck, got a shotgun, got two, three people with them, and they're like, let's save the world. Like, I don't really think like that's, you know, zombie nation. I don't really think that's realistic. So I think when you look at it, it's amazing to me that among zombie fans, no one thinks that. Like Walking Dead is good. Like I'm not gonna lie, Walking Dead. It's hard to compare Walking Dead to World War Z because Walking Dead's a TV show, and if you're just talking about writing, no, Walking Dead is far better. But I think that concept is important because I think the reason why I'm bringing this up because I think Walking Dead it's gonna be a little different than a lot of other zombie flicks, and that I think when they talk about the TV show, the comic may never end. When we talk about the TV show will eventually end, and it will kind of end probably with them saving the world. So once you do that, I have to compare you to World War Z. See, if you like a regular zombie flick and you just say we don't know how to end this stuff, so it doesn't end, the zombies win, then that's another thing. I could say, all right, that's cool. I mean, I can't really argue that, but they're gonna have it eventually. What I predict that Walking Dead eventually, whoever it is, whether it's the crew in Walking Dead, whether it's the crew in Fear the Walking Dead, whether it's another series that they make, but that universe that they just created, because once they did Fear the Walking Dead, it's like they created their own universe now. That universe that they created, they probably will end it by the human beings defeating the zombies. So I'm not saying that's not realistic, but once you do that, I have to compare it to World War Z, and I prefer how World War Z did it, to be honest, in my opinion. So I mean, I like to hear from you guys. I mean, what is the best zombie, either flick, TV shows in the whole genre? I say World War Z. If you say Walking Dead, I can't say no. If you say Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. I mean, there's a few, but for me, I think it's probably between Walking Dead and World War Z. No Z Nation, none of that stuff. But I'd love to hear from you. What do you think? Till next time, peace.